Maria, shall we start talking about a bit cell stack? And could you please explain us briefly what is and what role it plays in CellNet?
So cell stack is, as we call in the telecoms industry, an orchestration tool. So essentially what it does, it connects to the cloud telecoms infrastructure and it allows for automation and management of that infrastructure. That means turning on and off servers, connecting to the antennas. So basically all the administration of that telecoms infrastructure. The way that cell stack is a bit different from traditional orchestration tools is that it allows for others to use that infrastructure as a service. So someone can put these infrastructure resources on a so-called marketplace and be offered for others to consume these assets as a service. And that is what CellNet is. So all of these telecoms infrastructure running cell stack creates an overlay network of resources that are available to be used, and that is CellNet, the network of networks.
Tell me, how does Adino, the token created for the telecoms industry, fits in this ecosystem?
So this ecosystem, by meaning the network of networks or cell network, which is the aggregation of all of these assets, it can be seen as a marketplace, right? You have those who contribute with telecoms infrastructure and those who consume that telecoms infrastructure. So Adino, it is the way that you can settle those payments and you can reward those who contribute with telecoms infrastructure. So for instance, in this room or this building, the building owner can build an entire telecoms infrastructure, and then the service provider can use that infrastructure to provide indoor connectivity. So the infrastructure owner will be rewarded with the Adino token as soon as the network mining happens. These resources have been taken by someone, the network proves that these resources have been used, then there is a reward for that participation using the Adino token. And obviously the payment for the access of the infrastructure is also used, is also done using Adino. Then the other role that the Adino token takes in the network is obviously the block validation and the block production. So you may have nodes that are actually just validating the transactions that are happening in the network. These nodes are also rewarded using the Adino token, which can then be exchanged obviously for services in the network.
Perfect, thank you. I know we launched the first pre-sale a couple of months ago, and our community was incredibly supportive, but there are some questions they would like to get answered. So first of all, can we share any updates on the Adino token?
Well, the Adino token, as it stands right now, it is a tool within the Cell Network platform. So when we say to share information about the Adino token, it is more how does it fit within the service layer and how CellNet is going to be using it. And at the moment, we are in the process of creating adoption of CellStack in the telecoms community and get that bootstrap network of networks. So that is the update of where we are right now. We are working on the ground with the telecoms infrastructure owners, getting CellStack adoption so that we can actually have significant amount of contributions to the network. As the product is evolving in the development, we're also designing and developing that decentralized service layer where there is this brokering done using the blockchain network, which obviously is something that is coming down the line, and the Adino token will be launched at that time.
Perfect. Has the private sale ended? And what can you reveal about the listing on CEXs and DEXs?
So the private sale has ended, and we actually sold all the tokens that we had allocated for private sale. So we're not going to have any other private sale. We do have some allocation left for further pre-sales. And initially, we wanted the token to be listed at the end of this year. But given the developments that we are having on the ground and with the deployments of the different networks that we have, unfortunately, we need to delay the listing of the token because the team is really maxed out in terms of, with the Liverpool project and all the other commercial engagements that we have. And we really need to prioritize adoption of the product. So unfortunately, we now need to review that roadmap for the listing in central and decentral exchanges. Obviously, we are talking to exchanges and we are looking at who is the better partner for us in this journey. And as soon as we get more information about who and where we're going to be listing, obviously we're going to share that with the community. But as it stands now, we're fully focused in development, we're fully focused on product roadmap and product adoption, and the further pre-sales and the listing of the token will happen later next year.
And talking about the future, what exciting future technology developments are in the pipeline for Weaver Labs and the Adino token?
Well, as I said, it is for us really important that we create that strong adoption of the infrastructure using Cell Stack. So that's the immediate task that we have. And then the implementation and development of that decentralized service layer using blockchain, it is the next step. So the brokering function between those who offer infrastructure and those who consume the infrastructure, that is the next obvious development for us, is the creation of that marketplace. Mm-hmm. And that is when the Adino token comes into the development, into the launching of the platform. However, our product is already being launched, and right now what we are doing is we are connecting our product to the different telecoms infrastructure, that being 5G, 4G, satellite, Wi-Fi, IoT technology. So diversifying on the infrastructure is what we're focusing at the moment.
Perfect. And how do you envision DeFi's role in Weaver Labs' financial future, especially in relation to the Adino token?
Well, I mean, DeFi is a huge industry within crypto, not to be, ignored. Obviously, a lot of DeFi innovation has an impact in the coins that are listed, and obviously also through the use of decentralized exchanges. And there are tools for, liquidity and trading that are going to benefit the token user, so the token holder down the line. We are 100% a utility token, and as we can draw some learnings from some of the DeFi tooling, such as the use of oracles or the use of order books or the use of more governance around bids and asks, because we can take some rules of what exchanges do when we are looking at the dynamics of a dynamic marketplace. But I think we are a utility token. Our coin is more around managing an ecosystem, such as the Telecoms ecosystem. So we can see where some technology can be applicable in our platform, but it's not directly applicable, I would say.
Okay, and in that sense, is there a legal report supporting the utility of the token?
Yeah, so in most of the jurisdictions that we have sold tokens, we actually have what it's called a token opinion. So we engage with legal professionals in those jurisdictions. We ask them to write a report that states if that token is actually a utility according to their expertise. And if they give us that opinion saying, yes, we believe that according to our regulatory framework in this country, this fits under a utility, then we are allowed to to sell the token in that country.
Amazing. And finally, our community would like to know, on which blockchain is Adino operating?
So now it is in Ethereum network. So the token, the smart contracts for the token have been launched there. We are also going to bootstrap the marketplace as a smart contract in the Ethereum network. And we have some mining reserved for early engagement within the Ethereum network. And then we are going to migrate to our own chain. But that's going to happen down the line.
Thank you. Well, Maria, it's been an incredible, insightful and productive conversation. I'm certain our community will find these insights valuable. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Nothing else. Really happy always to answer the questions. Would love to hear your thoughts around that. And yeah, we will follow up with more updates as soon as we have them.